Next Step Southwest, your regional Uni Connect programme, is funded by the Office for Students. We're a collaboration of 14 partner universities and colleges throughout Cornwall, Devon and Somerset. Considering returning to study after a break can feel more challenging, with more obstacles in your path. The people you'll hear from in this film have all encountered and overcome many barriers, yet their desire and determination to change their lives by doing an HE course, along with the right support and information, has propelled them over the obstacles. We hope you find their experience informative and inspiring.
I kept bailing on the idea and going back to it and then bailing on it, and I could talk myself out of applying. I think because my preconceptions were so significant about who I was and what an average student was, and that I just didn't match up. I then made a phone call to the university. I thought I was just getting some information, and before I knew it, with having a conversation with Confirmation and Clearing, was actually advised that I could actually start a business management course that September. And to put that into context, I was on the phone to them in the middle of August. So within 2 weeks, I could actually be in university. Some of the main obstacles before returning to study, and some of the reasons why I had so much self-doubt, was firstly my age. I didn't realise that the university was full of mature students. Equally, I was concerned about the finance. I thought that because I was in my 40s, I'd missed the boat for student finance. I thought that was only available to you when you left school. The next one was self-doubt. Was I good enough? Would people just look at me and think I was stupid? What's she doing here at that age? And I think I was my own worst enemy there. Once I arrived, I realised that was not going to be a problem at all. I think if anybody is considering coming back to university or coming to university as an adult learner, the minute you think about it, don't dismiss it. Investigate it, put feelers out, answer those niggling questions, talk to your friends and family. Don't just instantly think about all the barriers to coming to university.
I ended up living in a refuge with my 3 children after escaping domestic violence. And I think at this point in my life, I had 3 choices to make. I think the first one was just to give up and drown myself in all the grief and sorrow. The other choice was to throw myself into full-time work and survive. And the third choice was to delve into further education and kind of grow and develop and rebuild myself. And I felt the latter was the better of the 3 decisions. I felt that if I had any chance in my life to turn back the clock, turn back to 11 years ago, it was now. When I was toying with the idea of going back into education, I was quite naive. Academic skills were not something that I had experienced or developed. And I was very much aware of what I wanted, what my dreams were, but I couldn't envision myself being a legal professional, not where I was at that point in time. I decided that it was too much of a want, I couldn't let it go, but there was enough there to hold me back. So I decided to go down to the local college and speak to the careers advice team, and they reassured me that if I wanted to, I very much could achieve what I wanted to do. I think the law clinic has been a really essential part of my degree because it gave me a platform and an environment for me to practically display my skills. I'm not the most intelligent person in the room. I don't enjoy sitting behind a laptop or books for hours on end. I find it very brain numbing, and I need to be physically doing something and be practical and be on the front line. And the law clinic gave me that opportunity to really first-hand experience what it was like to practice law, what it's like to meet other vulnerable people, what it's like to give advice. And that's something you can't take from a book. It's something you can't take from a lecture hall. And the law clinic has been really vital in me developing my skill sets and believing that I can actually be a legal professional in my own right, my own uniqueness, bring everything that I have to the table and really excel in what I do.
Visit us at nextstepssw.ac.uk to explore a range of resources, including support with careers and courses, plus get more inspiration with our films and HE Knowledge Hub podcast. Follow us on social media at nextstepssw and join the conversation #UniConnect.